Hey, this deck just went 7-0 for a first place in a Pioneer Challenge. Let's take it to Explore, see how it does. Come on. So, as you can see, this deck has 4 Mausoleum Wanderers, which we do not have in Explorer. However, we have every other card, even the sideboard cards, I believe. So, let's take this and see how it does on the ladder. Okay, so here is the deck on Arena. We've got the Ascended Spirits, which are 1/1 snow creatures that pump with snow mana. Most of our mana here is snow. And we got the Otawara, that doesn't help with that. I'm just running Lantern Bearers instead of the Mausoleum Wanderers. Don't have a lot of 1-drop spirits to choose from, so this one is at least something that can come back as an aura, which is good for our Geistlight Snares, because otherwise they're only getting a 1 mana discount from having spirits most of the time, unless we've got our Curious Obsession down. Of course, Spectral Sailor, very popular in the spirit decks. Then we got the Rattlechains, the Shacklegeists. So this is one I wasn't running in my, you might have seen my 5/0 Spirits and Historic a few months back. I wasn't really running Shacklegeist in that, but clearly the Pioneer metagame has shown that Shacklegeist is good. Tapping 2 untapped spirits you control to tap another creature proved to be actually a pretty decent ability when I was testing this out. So I am now higher on Shacklegeist, and we'll give it a run here and see how it goes. We've also got our 1 Spirit Lord here, which is the Supreme Phantom. There's some 3 mana. There is a 3 mana Lord, but we're not running that. We're keeping it cheap. And of course, Geistlight Snare, not a spirit, but get a discount from spirits. And in the non-spirit section, we got 2 Lofty Denials, 3 Slip Out the Backs, and the Curious Obsession. So pretty straightforward. Land a spirit, hopefully get Curious Obsession on it. Otherwise, try to just go wide with spirits and counter any board wipes and beat down. And of course, Faceless Haven can become a oh, but this is the alchemy version. Well, I'll fix that, and let's go to the games. Hey, before we get to the matches, I just want to say super shout out to everyone who is a subscriber. And if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing. Don't make any money off this channel, so I do it for the subscribes. Really helps me out. If you're a contrary person, definitely do not subscribe. And if you're not subscribed yet, and you're not going to subscribe, leave me a comment. Tell me what would you like to see here? What would get you to subscribe? So thank you again to all the subscribers, and let's get to the matches. Tribal Tuesday, Spirit Tribal, up against Pithor. All right, well, we'll get to see how Lantern Bearer performs, I guess. Up against an Aegis Turtle of all things. That's very strange. Well, not so strange. Assault Formation. They are probably going to beat us with some big butts. Let's try and draw a useful card. I think we're just better off Geistlight Snaring whenever they play. What's this ability? So they can pump +1/+0, and they can make something with a defender attack. I mean, once they've got that down, I don't know what we can do other than just chump block. We could Geistlight Snare the Secret Keeper. Okay, they got a second Assault Formation, but not much we can do about that. Attack with the Lantern Bearer. We can get our Tapper guy. Maybe we'll do okay. I guess we can chump with these Lantern Bearers and bring them back as enchantments, at the very least. This is an interesting animation. Champayu. There's our old Shacklegeist. We'll get in with the Lantern Bearer. What do we draw? Ascendant Spirit is interesting. That could end up being useful. And the turn. Could set a stop on their upkeep to do the tapping, but tap that down. Doesn't really matter which ones we tap. Got him. Spirits for the win. The sharp tip of the spirits against DJ Veenhoof. Veenhoff? DJ Hasselhoff? Wow, okay, well that's not a keeping hand. That I guess we can keep? I mean, we don't even have any creatures? Have to hope to draw a creature? Never didn't have it. For mono blue, it could definitely bounce us here. We'll just get in for a 1. Keep our protection going. Much rather play the Curious Obsession next turn and have protection. Castle Vantress. Curious Obsession. What you got, opponent? Brineborn Cutthroat. It's not flying. I guess we can't really do that. Yeah. Fading Hope. Okay. They got us there. Once more onto the breach. Clearly the flash deck. Lookout's Dispersal. Huh. Well, I would like my Ascendant Spirit, please. That's the turn. It really worked us out of cards. D-Dasher Octopus, come on. Well, that's a dumb block. I have the mana to pump this. I am now tapped out, DJ Veenhoof. You got all the Castle Vantresses, I got all the Faceless Havens. Faceless Richie Havens. Rhineborn Cutthroat, sure. Still attacking. Rhineborn Cutthroat number 2. Would you like to block? Don't really understand opponents' blocks. I think they would have, they could have really gotten us good here. They block differently. What do I know? Now, why didn't it tap that Faceless Haven? Auto tapper. Do you ever think I might want to play both of these cards? Well, we win anyway. Sorry, DJ Veenhoof. Playing some first place spirits against Jean-Claude Van Blank. JCV. But no D. A little bit annoying to get Otawara in our Ascendant Spirit. Okay, well, there's some... Black-White Yorion. I think we'll just get down the Ascendant Spirit. If they don't remove it, we've got some good protection. We'll slip out the back here. Oh, they do remove it. Now we got the removal out of their hands, so... I pass the turn. Godless Shrine, Schwamp. History of Benalia. Was not expecting that. Sure. Pump up. Start getting in. We can block the knight. We will not be able to block them when they put their pump here. Looks like opponent's got some removal, potentially. Blood Chief's Thirst. Phase that out. They got instant speed removal also. Okay. Opponent's playing removal.deck. Alright. Well, we can do some removing of our own. Not like they can counter it. I'll just pass the turn. We'll take 4. History of Benalia, Part 2. In the Yorion deck? Okay. Well, we need to get a creature on board. I don't want it to be Rattle Chains, but it may have to be. Okay, they got green in their deck also. Apparently. Gift of Paradise, sure. Kind of flooded out here. No way to stop the History of Benalia. Guess I could have planned to block. Down go the spirits. Variable Tuesday, Espiritu Sancti. Playing against Cobra 8. Big fan of the Cobra Kai. It's a good show. They are Rocking the Giganta. This could be Niv to Light, although they played a Swamp. Let's see if we can get a Spectral Sailor in without it getting killed. We do. Okay. Well, if I play this, we lose Geistlight, Snare, and Lofty Denial. On the other hand, we get another creature on board. Whoa, Strider. Whoa. Kind of like Corvold deck or something. We'll play the Faceless Haven this turn, I think. I won't want to attack with it next turn, but you never know. Pretty sure we're gonna Geistlight, Snare, or Lofty Deny, whatever they play next turn. Opponent deciding whether to sacrifice that goat. They do not. The goat lives. And, okay, I'm going to sacrifice the goat to draw some cards. Witch's Oven. That is one I don't like to see. Let us Geistlight Snare it. Where they have the oven, the cat is never far behind. My turn. Ooh, Shacklegeist. This will go ahead and get that going. Also defensible just to hold up the 4 mana and draw a card with it if we didn't need to counterspell anything. But we're going to need to counterspell something. Indubitably. Okay. The cat can't really stop, but I can stop with a Trail of Crumbs, yes. Curious Obsession is great. I think, what should we put it on? Sailor or the Shacklegeist? Shacklegeist can't block very well, so we're probably just going to back with it when we get a chance. Fatal Push. Yep. Time for the Rattle Chains. Fatal Push number 2. Alright, forcing us to slip out the back, which we do lose our enchantment then. I guess we'll protect a Spectral Sailor. There's quite a little barrage of Fatal Pushes the opponent had. And they can cast Corvold now. We are shields down. Do they have a Corvold, or are they just going to buy Giganta? If they attack with the Woe Strider, I'll probably trade the Rattle Chains. Get a sack outlet off the board. Maybe that was a mistake, because now they can escape it. Yeah, I guess that was a big mistake. Whoops. Let's draw a card. Could get a Curious Obsession. Could get an Ascendant Spirit. Get in for some damage. End the turn. If they play a Korvold, looks like they want to take out the Ascendant Spirit before we have a chance to pump it up. Cauldron Familiar. So I could see running the Blue March instead of our phase out thing. That could be okay. Finding the Old Gods. What are they going to take out? Probably Shackle Geist. They seem to want to take out the Ascendant Spirit. They keep reading it. They're going to take out the Spirit. Okay. Flip out the back. Hmm. In for 3. Hold up, slip out the back, and we can activate Faceless Haven. We're going to scry. Tap down the Woe Strider. They do attack with their Cauldron Familiars. I think that's a good thing for us. They got a Witch's Oven. Oh, that's a bad thing for us. Yep. Okay, so now they're not really at 6. Let's just draw Spectral Sailor. Get a land. We can slip out the back, but then we're not going to get lethal anyway, so we may as well hold that up. Flooding out on land here. I do a Familiar Loop. That was a good draw for them. We've meanwhile just drawn a bunch of land. Now everything has Death Touch, so we don't have good blocks with Faceless Haven. Jegantha, sure. Not that much of a concern. Tap down the Woest Rider again. We've kind of got one more turn here. Death Touch will let him through. They can sack one and get it, bring it back and get us down to 1. Oh, and still not another spirit. Okay, well at this point, let's just blink. It doesn't really matter which one we blink. Try to get enough damage in the air here. Curious Obsession. Is that enough? They can make a food and sacrifice the food. Okay. I guess it was enough. Taking down the sack deck. Woo! Spirits. Up against James Bond in Skyfall. James Bond meets Firefox. And it goes first, but we will keep. Somehow against Black-Red, I think our Ascendant Spirit won't survive. Maybe should have just done a Lantern Bearer. Thought Sneeze. Probably take the Supreme Phantom if I'm them. Yep, they do. And they Fatal Push the Ascendant Spirit. Okay. Fun times in Babylon. That's what I'm counting on. Bone Crusher Giant. Oh, I love to counter this spell. Then they lose the giant. Nice little trick with adventure. Adventure spells. Now they know we have 2 Geistlight snares, so they're going to try to bait them out probably. Looking like a Cruxa maybe. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Yeah, that's enough value. I'll just counter that. I think I'm just going to keep Otawara. I'm not going to win the game very quickly with just our Lantern Bearer. Sorin the Mirthless. Yeah, that's counterable. Fatal Push. And a Curious Obsession right on time. Get me some protection. Because they look like they're a deck full of removal, so I'll slip out the back. Just what I requested. Just what I was asking for. Kroxa. Start a land, take 3 damage. Really looking forward to bouncing the Den of the Bugbear back to their hand. We do have a nice clock here with this Lantern Bearer. Ooh. Another Curious Obsession. I guess I'll go ahead and play the land. If they Kroxa again, we'll have to discard the question. How many cards they have? They have 7 cards in the graveyard, so they will be Kroxaing again. Doesn't shorten our clock. It would have drawn us another card. But I think the protection is more important at this point. Since we've seen they are removal.deck. Faceless Haven, that's cool. Draw another card. Snooker Rattle. Okay, so we'll play the Faceless Haven. When Kroxa attacks, we will discard our island and take extra damage. Got him. Always nice to beat the Rakdos. Alright, stick around for the wrap-up. Okay, so we went 4-1. 80% win rate. There's the proof. Pretty good. As I said, I think only change I might consider is putting in the Blue March effect, so you can phase out a bunch of stuff. Maybe switch it out for a slip out the back, but maybe not. Maybe this is just what the doctor ordered. Beating Rakdos, beating blue-green Flash. I guess they never got their green. And black-green, and getting beat by a white-black-green. That weird Yorion deck. View the deck revealed by the opponent. Lots of history of Benalius. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me here in the attic. I have been Manadad, reminding you that Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Adios.